Hello, friends. It's great to be back with you again, and I hope you feel the same. Let us see what Samarth Ramdas Swami has said in his 148th shloka. Jayāce tayā cūkale prāpta nāhī Guṇe govile jāhale dukkha dehī Guṇāvegaļī utti tehi vaļenā Guṇe ṭhevaṇe mīpaṇe ākaḷenā. Those who mistake the spiritual truth for matter do not attain spiritual wisdom. The body suffers in misery due to the entanglement in the three gunas, the qualities. They fail to free their attitude from these three gunas. Their ego comes in between and they cannot understand the age old wisdom. Samarth Ramdas Swami explains how the entanglement of our mind and body in the three gunas, sattva, raja, tama, prevents ourselves from understanding the age old wisdom about the eternal truth. Due to the bondage of these three gunas, some cannot recognize the eternal truth, the supreme reality, and mistake it as a part of matter. If they cannot recognize it, then how are they going to get benefit from it and gather the spiritual merit? In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna explains these three gunas in depth in the chapter 14. Sattvam rajastama iti gunaha prakriti sambhavaha nibadhnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam vyam. O Arjuna, the material energy consists of three gunas or qualities. Sattva, which is purity, holiness, goodness. Rajas, which is passion, action, and drive. And tamas, which is ignorance, laziness, inertia. These modes bind the eternal soul to the perishable body. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati rajah karmani bharata jnanam avrutya tu tamah pramade sanjayatyuta. Sattva binds one to material happiness. Rajas conditions the soul towards actions, and tamas clouds wisdom and binds one to delusion. Sattva guna is the quality of goodness. It makes a person become serene, helpful, compassionate, and charitable. But then it binds the soul by creating attachment for a sense of happiness and knowledge. It tends to take people towards pride. Rajoguna is the quality of passion, action. People who have this guna as a dominant one are action oriented, result driven people. They get engrossed in the pursuit of status, wealth, prestige, and career. This binds the soul to the worldly desires and affections. People with this guna get attracted to the sensual enjoyment, lust, attachment, and greed. Tamoguna is the quality of delusion or ignorance. People with this guna as dominant one tend to be lazy, negligent, and adopting immoral behavior. Everyone has all these three gunas in varying proportion, and it is the dominant guna which decides the nature of a person. But everyone gets entangled in these gunas, and hence everyone suffers from the effect of these three gunas. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who was the guru of Swami Vivekananda, explains the three gunas by telling a story of three thieves. Once a rich man was traveling through a forest. Midway, he was suddenly surrounded by three thieves, and they relieved him of all his possessions. Then one of the thieves said, "What's the point in leaving him as such? Let's kill him." He advanced towards the rich man with his weapon. At that moment, the second thief intervened and said, "No, there is no use killing him. Let us bind him thoroughly so that he cannot go and complain to the police." He bound the man with a rope, and all the thieves left the place. After a while, the third thief returned to the place alone. He came near the rich man and said, "I am really sorry about the shabby treatment we have done to you. I will release you right now." He unbound the rich man, took him along, showing the way through the winding paths of the jungle. Finally, they reached the outskirts of the forest, and the highway was now visible. The thief said to the rich man, "See, this is the road you can take now to reach your home." The rich man was moved. He said, "I am so grateful to you. Won't you please accompany me to my house? Our family will be very much pleased." The thief replied, "I can't come there. I will get caught by the police." He bid goodbye to the man. Ramakrishna explains that in the above parable, the thief who wanted to kill the rich man represents tamoguna. Tamas destroys. The second thief is rajas. It binds. It binds people to activities and make them forget God. The third thief is sattva. It shows the way to reach God. Qualities like devotion, compassion, charity come from sattva. The rich man's own house is the Parabrahman. One cannot attain the knowledge of the Brahman without transcending the three gunas. It is only God, the Supreme Being, who is beyond all these three gunas and hence called Trigunatit. If we focus and follow people who have one of these three gunas prominent, it impacts on our mind and body as we tend to adopt the dominant guna without our knowledge and start becoming similar to the one whom we follow. The one who is unaffected by the happiness or by sorrow, by the success or by failure, is not lazy and keeps following the moral standards, fits in the criteria of a saint. If we devote ourselves to God, then we will start getting ourselves from the binding of these three qualities over time. But until we are able to do that, our mind and body will keep attached to them, and we will be the victim of the enemies of the mind like pride, lust, greed, attachment, and others. And we will not be able to understand the age old wisdom about the supreme reality and the eternal truth. Friends, if you liked this explanation, feel free to comment and do like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel A Dialogue with Our Mind. Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha.